But in 2017, I founded and launched the Titus Center for Franchising at Palm Beach Atlantic University and created the concentration in franchising. To this day, to my knowledge, no other university anywhere offers a formal concentration in franchising. The concentration was intentionally designed to be rigorous and practical. It requires 3 academic courses focused entirely on franchising and a 90-hour franchise-specific internship.
Welcome to the Franchise Hot Seat Podcast, where we talk about all things franchising. Now, here's your host, Dr. John P. Hayes.
Something important and frankly long overdue has been happening in higher education. People are openly debating the value of a college education. Across the country, college enrollment is declining. Students and parents are pausing, asking harder questions, and in many cases, exploring alternatives beyond high school. And to be fair, the questions are not unreasonable. College is expensive. Student debt is real, and families are increasingly asking a simple but serious question. What exactly are we paying for? And what does our student walk away with after graduation? At its core, a college education is meant to do more than award a degree. It's meant to prepare a young person for a life of success. Success in a career they find meaningful, financially sustaining, engaging enough that they don't dread showing up Monday morning. That is the promise of higher education. Yet today, too many college graduates leave college without a clear path forward. A significant percentage do not work in the field they studied. Many express dissatisfaction not just with job prospects, but with the relevance of what they were taught. And employers have noticed. When employers hire today, they ask a very simple question. What can you do for me? Not, what textbook did you use? What theory can you recite? What credentials do you hold? But rather, can you contribute? Can you think critically? Can you work with a team? Can you lead? The uncomfortable truth is this: many graduates cannot, at least not without significant additional training. And that isn't because students aren't capable. It's because too many academic programs are disconnected from the real world. Too much education remains theoretical while employers need practical competence. Too many professors, well-intentioned and credentialed, have not worked in industry for years, sometimes decades. Now, to be clear, this is not universal. Large, prestigious institutions and schools tied to specific professions, engineering, nursing, accounting, law, continue to perform very well. But for many smaller universities and for many majors within them, outcomes have not kept pace with cost. That gap between education and application is where franchising enters the conversation. When most people hear the word franchising, they think of ownership, entrepreneurship, buying a business. And yes, that's part of it, but what most people don't realize is this. Every franchise company of any size requires highly trained professionals. People working in operations, marketing, training, development, HR, PR, finance, legal support, technology, supply chain, communications. Franchising is not simply about owning locations. It's about building systems and teaching those systems to people who operate local businesses every day. And yes, remarkably, very few universities teach franchising at all. Sometimes it's briefly mentioned in an entrepreneurship course, but entrepreneurship and franchising are not the same thing. All franchisees are entrepreneurial, but not all entrepreneurs would succeed as franchisees. Several years ago, mega franchisor Ray Titus, founder of United Franchise Group, recognized this gap. Ray wanted to hire college graduates, marketing majors, finance majors, international business majors who understood franchising. But those graduates did not exist. So Ray made a bold and visionary decision. He donated $1.5 million to Palm Beach Atlantic University, a private Christian university in West Palm Beach, Florida, to establish an endowed fund for franchise education and to create what would become the Titus Center for Franchising. At the time, not even Ray knew what this would look like. There were no marketing studies, no proof of concept, no guarantee of success. But in 2017, I founded and launched the Titus Center for Franchising at Palm Beach Atlantic University and created the concentration in franchising. To this day, to my knowledge, no other university anywhere offers a formal concentration in franchising. The concentration was intentionally designed to be rigorous and practical. It requires 3 academic courses focused entirely on franchising and a 90-hour franchise-specific internship. Students use elective credits, so the concentration adds no time and no cost to their education. Internships were already required in the College of Business. What made ours different was where students interned and what they were expected to do. They worked inside real franchise systems, on real projects, with real deadlines, alongside professionals who expected results. Now, most students don't arrive at Palm Beach Atlantic University to study franchising. They discover it after they arrive. They hear about franchising in another class. A professor invites me in to speak, or a friend tells a friend. Word of mouth has been our most powerful marketing tool. And over time, enrollment has grown steadily. About a year ago, the university also launched a major in entrepreneurship and franchising, further expanding what began as a single focused vision. Let me share one story that captures the impact of franchise education in a very real way. Victoria Magaldi was in my very first franchise class in 2017. As graduation approached, she said something simple but powerful. "I love dogs," she told me. "I hope someday I can work in franchising and maybe even own a franchise business in the pet industry." About this time, I was developing a relationship with the founder of Scenthound, a growing franchise headquartered about 30 minutes from campus. One day I received an email from the founder, Tim Vogel. Tim told me he was trying to hire his first marketing employee. He said he had more than 40 resumes, all academically qualified, not one that understood franchising. Then he thought of me. I wrote back immediately and said, "Tim, do not hire anyone until you see this resume." That resume was Victoria's. She had marketing credentials, she had franchise coursework, and she had completed a franchise internship. She went straight to the top of the applicant pool. She was hired, she became a standout employee, and she helped recruit other Titus Center graduates for Scenthound. To this day, Scenthound continues to offer internships to our students. Victoria's story is not an exception. Over time, we saw consistent outcomes. Franchise internships turning into full-time careers. Students graduating with clarity, not confusion. And more than a dozen graduates going on to become franchisees themselves. Most importantly, students graduated knowing how to create value, not just list credentials. Another defining element of the Titus Center is its advisory board. Franchise professionals come to campus twice each year. They meet students, they guest teach, they mentor. They bring real cases into the classroom. This combination, academic rigor paired with real-world application, it's rare in higher education. But how it changes outcomes. A valuable education does more than transmit information. It prepares a graduate to contribute on day one, to think critically, to recognize opportunity, and to build something meaningful. Many students arrive at college uncertain about their future. Along the way, they discover franchising and the possibilities it holds. And when they graduate, they're grateful. So are their parents. Not because we gave the student answers, but because we gave them opportunities and options. That, to me, is what a valuable education should look like. Education should open doors. And that is what the Titus Center for Franchising was built to do. When education connects knowledge to purpose, meaningful careers follow. And the students, the graduates, are grateful they chose a college education.
Thanks for tuning in to the Franchise Hot Seat Podcast with Dr. John P. Hayes. Tune in next time for more conversation around all things franchising.